Hi. Welcome to Gen Zoomers, real talk on just about anything. I'm Sharon,
And I'm Julie.
and Julie is a Gen Xer, and I'm a boomer, and we are best friends. For those of you that are just tuning in to our third episode, you
No.
may not know the context from which we started this, but let me just say this. The idea behind this channel is to foster connections with women through conversations we have on subjects we are interested in and we hope will resonate with other women. We hope to create a space for diverse women voices. And Julie and I, up to this time, have been in sort of a rehearsal. We are not promoting our channel yet, but after this third episode, we hope to be able to invite a guest that's an authority in any category, from wellness to skincare to what, Julie?
I just think what women are talking about right now,
Yeah.
and what we can share with each other.
Right.
The wisdom, the knowledge, the questions. And this is what we want this place to be, a space for that.
We really would like to bring empowered women onto this channel. And we're both independent women. We're both entrepreneurial. Well, we've been in the film production industry for many, many years.
Mm-hmm.
And we just thought this was sort of a natural lane for us to be in.
It's what we talk about, right?
Yes.
When we're together.
Yes, it's what we talk about when we're together. Now, why don't we just move into what our featured topic is this week? We thought it would be fun to share our skincare story. And by that, I mean, what is our skincare ritual? And by the way, we aren't being paid. This is no paid endorsements. We just decided this would be fun. We've arrived at these product lines that we absolutely love, and this is what we use currently. But before we get started on that, this is sort of our happy hour.
Yes.
Born out from a crisis. So cheers.
Cheers. I've been really excited to have this wine.
I love these talks. These are so much fun. We have a recurring theme. And that recurring theme is, what did you learn this week? And so, Julie, what did you learn this week?
I learned this is not heady at all. It's been a crazy week for me. It was also my birthday week. Happy birthday. When I say birthday week, it was not a birthday week, it was a birthday day. But that rest is so important, and sleep. And I remember, Sharon, you used to tell me that years ago. And I get it now. I get it is the best way to take care of myself. And moving forward, I'm not embarrassed if I need to sleep more, because it's how I repair. And so I know
even this week you started you started a new project this week, which you have suffered through major sleep deprivation, and I'm sure it impacts your performance somewhat.
Yes, I was going to talk about telomeres, but I'm going to leave that for another time because that's too much to explain.
Wow, that's a great subject. That's a great subject.
Next time.
Okay, and
what about you?
Mine's also very simple. I finally got to go to the stylist a week ago after something like 90 plus days. I was really only sheltered in for maybe 65 of those days, but I had previously gotten my hair cut like 4 weeks earlier, so I was stuck. Fortunately, I have long hair, and I got I found a salon, and I really like my cut. Of course, you can't see anything because I pretty much
I know you keep wearing it in a ponytail. I haven't even seen it yet.
I know. Well, you know me, I like to have it pulled back most of the time. Anyway, I live in an area that has very hard water. I live in the desert, and as a matter of fact, I'm spending my summer in New Mexico, which also has very hard water. And so right now I'm in Little Taos, and it's been already a wonderful experience.
Yeah, it looks different. It looks like Taos.
It does kind of look like Taos. It has this sort of purple hue about it, doesn't it? It's kind of violet. You can feel the energy here. So I've gotten lots of mineral deposits on my hair, which tends to weight it down. And when I ran my fingers through my hair, especially the front of my hair, it would stick. And I've never felt that stickiness before. So I asked the stylist, what would you recommend? And she gave me Grandma's home remedy. And
which are always the best.
Isn't it?
They are.
It is. Grandma knows best. And I'm about that age. But I don't have any home remedies. Well, maybe a few that I've used over the last 20 years, but they're not home remedies. I can't take credit for those. They're 4,000-year-old remedies, which we'll talk about sometime. But apple cider vinegar rinse, it's really easy to do, and I'll post the recipe I used, which is just a couple of teaspoons of apple cider vinegar and water. And I used just a 8-ounce glass. I filled it with water. You wash your hair, you put your conditioner on, you rinse everything out, then you just pour the apple cider vinegar on it.
So
and
you shampoo and condition your hair. So you could even spray bottle.
Yes, you could spray bottle it.
Okay.
Yes, you can pre-make it. And then just leave it on for a minute and then rinse it out. And I noticed that a lot of those deposits were rinsed out. My hair feels better. I can run my fingers through it. It sticks a little bit, but it's much better than it was. It's also good if you want to retain, like I'm a silver top, so I want to retain that silver white look. I don't want my hair to yellow. And it's also good for that. So that's my tip.
Okay, I'm going to try it.
You should. Okay. It's great. I highly recommend it. Well, without further ado, let's move on to our skincare topic. Right?
Well, because it also brings up apple cider vinegar.
Yes, it does also bring up apple cider vinegar. It's a great
multi-use product.
Parlay into this, or a great segue into into this subject. Okay, so what is our skincare story, Julie? Do you want to briefly talk about it?
I am so over buying expensive products that don't work.
Here.
And I think we get sold a bill of goods sometimes. And I would say I bet the majority of women agree with us. And I don't, all dollars count. So I want to find products that really work. They're effective. They feel good on my skin. They're not toxic to my skin. I'm very sensitive to most products. So I want things that feel good and my skin feels good and that people even notice. I'm kind of surprised sometimes. I'll use something expensive, switch to something less expensive, and it feels better, and I even get more compliments. So I'm just done with buying expensive products.
I am too.
I'm over it.
I am too. And I think the idea, this subject that will be recurring, this age into yourself, aging naturally, this part of our lives, this Gen Xer experience, this boomer experience. I've used a myriad of major brands and spent a lot of money. And I've also directed some skin care shows. So I feel like I'm on your path. I still love this ritual of going to the esthetician and getting an enzyme peel, getting a vitamin C serum, what would we call it, mask. But in the meantime, in between that, I've discovered some natural skincare products that are really very reasonable. And I think of one esthetician, I'll bring that up because we hope maybe we can have her on the show.
Yeah. Yes. Because, I know we're going to go into our skincare routine, and I have had facials, but not everyone can afford that. And really, I'm on more of a budget than I have been before.
Right.
And I went to an esthetician as well, and a couple of the products we're going to talk about, she even said to me, do not go out and buy expensive things. Go here, buy this. It's a quarter of the price. it works just as well, if not better. And so I did get a recommendation from someone that is an esthetician, because not everyone can afford facials. Not everyone can afford to go out and
and I'm like you. I also count my dollars somewhat, and at least I try to count my dollars somewhat. And I haven't been to an esthetician in a long time, as a matter of fact. It's
lovely to be able to do that.
It's been a long time.
It is.
But I still love going. It's still a luxury. And occasionally that's what I do, because I have chosen to age naturally. I have chosen not to experiment with any enhancements. And that's another subject, another story.
Yes, we'll
for another time. But I have tried acupuncture, and there's one esthetician who, that's how I met this esthetician, and I met her in Portland. And she is the first acupuncture support esthetician that I'd ever met, that I ever recognized that, oh, acupuncture, sure, I'll try it. That helps me.
Why wouldn't it work for your face if it works for your body?
Yes, why wouldn't it? So one of the best tips I ever got from her, if you ever use anything on your skin, use vitamin C. Because vitamin C has regenerative qualities. And I think by now, most of us, anybody who's listening to this, actually knows this. But I'll never forget that. And so on a regular basis, whether I take it or apply it to my face, I use vitamin C. But let's go into our products. So let's start with the body wash. Okay, I do not wash with soap. I wash with coconut oil. And this was given to me by a very wise Ayurvedic practitioner. And I haven't turned back. So when I get into the shower or I get into the bath, she recommended to basically apply this before the shower, but I don't do that. I apply it in the shower. And as many of you, and you can also use it to wash off your makeup. This stuff is great. There's a lot of other things you can use it for too, but we won't get into that. So I highly recommend coconut oil, and there's probably a lot of people out there that already know about it, but I've been using it for, I've been using it for 13 years.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, I noticed a difference. I don't use it as a body wash. I do brush my teeth with it sometimes. I think it's one of those things, if you're traveling, if you're staying with someone else and you can take a little jar with you, you can use it to brush your teeth. You can use it to wash with. You can use it as a moisturizer. I tend to use it as a moisturizer after the shower or a bath. And I can always tell the difference when I haven't been using it. And just even this week, I was so dry. And yesterday went back to my coconut. I don't know why I wasn't.
I can always tell the difference too. And one of the things the Ayurvedic practitioner told me was what happens with the skin's kind of soaks it up. And if you use it over time, your skin has this natural glow to it. I can attest to that. I think my skin does have a natural glow to it. Besides, it's good for you. It's definitely good for you. Oh, I also recommend be sure to purchase an organic. And you can go into, it's not in the beauty section.
No, in fact,
buy regular.
I found when you go to the beauty section, some stores will have the exact same product. If you go to the beauty section, it costs more.
It's cooking coconut oil. That's all you need. Virgin cooking coconut oil, and be sure to get organic.
Yes. And great hair mask, but we can talk about that.
Oh, yes. Okay. So the next item that's on my list is an oil. I usually, after I wash, and coconut oil is definitely oil-based. I don't normally wash with coconut oil on my face. I just splash water. I don't wear a lot of makeup. Well, today I have makeup on, but I don't wear a lot of makeup. So I can easily wash with water, hot water, warm water. After I'm done, I pat dry, And Julie actually turned me on to this brand, Cocoa Kind.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
That's the
my gosh.
esthetician told me to purchase that brand. And it's very affordable, very affordable.
It is very affordable. I can purchase it. I've purchased this at Whole Foods, but I think it's around $15. And
Yeah,
this
and when Whole
last
Foods has their 30% off products, it's a great time to stock up.
yes, it is. It is.
You want some bargain shopping, come to me. But I use their face oil to wash off my makeup. This is different. I have the same thing you have, but this also, oh wait, I think the wrong one right here. And we'll put links to these.
Yes, we will.
But this is a cleansing oil, and I love the cleansing oil. And I don't wear a lot of makeup, but there are times that I have to be in meetings and I need to maybe put a little bit more on. But this is a great product, and I tend to get a little dry, so this really helps. I'm a big fan.
Okay, so moving on to this fabulous cream, skincare cream that I've been using for at least 4 years. And I
Yes.
discovered it in a little wonderful grocery store where I used to live in Idaho. And I haven't looked back. And I happened before our episode, I looked up just to get a little research on the Super Soft. This is called Super Soft Company. This particular, this particular face cream is Power Repair. And this.
Yeah, I have the same one.
And I turned Julie on to this, but this has vitamin C and E, alpha lipoic acid, coenzyme Q10, green tea, and DMAE. This is the most fabulous cream I have ever used, and I can say
it is
that.
Creamy butter, and it isn't heavy on your skin.
It's so creamy. It blends with any other product. It melts on your face like butter. When I basically wash my face, I apply oil to it, and also don't forget your décolleté. It's also very, very important. I use it morning and night, and quite frankly, I don't use an eye cream. I don't. I
don't
stopped
either.
using it. I think we've been sold a bill of goods on the eye cream. As much as they say it's heavy, I know there's a lot of products out there, masks, and we can talk about when we get to the subject of masks, but I just use this. That's all I need. And it blends so beautifully.
Well, I don't know if you remember, but I was visiting my brother and sister-in-law, and I was in their shower and had picked up something that they were using, and a pump or something. And I had washed my face and body with it, and my face broke out in a terrible red rash. It looked almost like I had a skin burn. And I was on my way to visit Sharon, and I wasn't using the product then. So you let me try this product, and it was like
Julie looked like a puffy fish.
I did. It also was so swollen. I think that was my birthday as well. And
it was your birthday. It was last year, actually. It was last year.
Oh, goodness. Anyway, so Sharon had me try this, and my skin just sucked it up. It cooled it down. And so it took me some time to order the product. I just, sometimes I okay, let me get through my other product first. But I finally ordered it about 3 months ago. And when I saw my sister, because I hadn't seen her for a period of time through COVID, when I finally saw her, she said, "Your skin looks amazing. What are you using?" So now I recommended the product to her as well. So, and again, we are not being paid for this. This is a fabulous product.
And let me say, Super Soft is run by a woman who's an herbalist. It's an 100% natural herbal skincare line. And she is in her 30th year, and she creates these products right here in New Mexico. So how is that for a coincidence? And I happen to love this state. This is a wonderful state. I've been visiting this state for decades.
Okay, so
so we move on to, let's share our SPF, because I have an SPF that I just started using from Supersolve as well, and it's called Sierra Madre, and it's SPF 30.
Okay.
Wow, this is great. So
I haven't tried that yet.
This is really, really great, and I did give a review on this, and I just said it melts on your face.
Now, do you use that only your face?
No,
right?
I have used it on my entire body as well.
Okay.
I've used it on my entire body. It's very creamy. It's very, very creamy. So I recommend this. I do have another product that's all natural, but I just thought that would take up too much space because this is my current used.
Yeah, and I have a different product. It's EltaMD. And I've been using this about 12 years now. This is just for face. Now, I do buy a little bit of tint. I mean, it's so slight, but I think when I'm putting on my face, I don't want that really chalky that a lot of sunscreens. So I started using this, and it's a 41. And a girlfriend turned me on to it, and I have not gone back.
And you just use it on your face then?
I just use it on my face. Now, sometimes if I'm going to, because I like to mountain bike, or if I'm going to be out in the sun, which we all try to watch what that exposure is, then I will use something heavier for me. And I don't care if I'm white, if I've got that I put it on every single day. I'm in the office, I'm exposed.
Yes.
So I just wear it.
You get a lot of bounce no matter what.
And it's not heavy. And I think you'll see in the reviews, it's the lightest sunscreen that I've ever tried. And again, we'll put some links in there, but this, and you can see I'm almost out. It's all squeezed up.
Is it a fairly reasonable product?
It is fairly reasonable, maybe a little more expensive, but this lasts forever. You just need a little tiny pea size, and look, it's a pretty good size. So I do spend a little bit more on my sunscreen, but it's not outrageous compared to what some sunscreens are. So
okay, and now we have moved on to our beauty masks. Here's another product that is so reasonable. And this came to me really circuitously through Julie. Why don't you tell us about it, Julie?
Well, there's a podcast I listened to, and it's called On Air with Ella. And
we'll post a link to Ella.
Yeah, she's great. A lot of resources from her. And so I turned Sharon on to her podcast. We listened to the same podcast, of course, and now we're using, again, the same product, so it tells you if both of us like it, and we're particular.
I was trying to think. So this is Bentonite Clay. And this particular brand, I bought at a health food store. We both have it. I bought this almost 3 months ago. I think
this is going to last us a lifetime.
Oh, you need so very little. And direction-wise, I think it was recommended. This particular clay, and I'll post a link to Ella, and I'll post the episode, because the woman that runs the company, I believe out of Canada, and the name of the company is Living Libations. And this is not her brand. They just started talking about natural healing masks. This is an absorption mask. So this absorption. So it extracts the toxin. Yes. Well, I've used a lot more than you, but I think I've had mine longer.
But I've also sent little, small packets home, samples for people, because I am so in love with this. But back to the apple cider vinegar, you can mix this with apple cider vinegar, which is my preference.
And a little bit of oil. I put a little bit of oil in it as well.
Yes, that's right.
Facial oil.
Suggestion, though, my sister-in-law was out for a visit, and we did some facials. And then we got watching something, and we kept it on probably 30 or 40 minutes. It can get a little warm. You put it on for a few minutes. It absorbs all
It
of that.
absorbs. It doesn't absorb. It
No,
absorbs.
absorb.
It's like it extracts the toxins from your face. So then
Exactly.
your face starts to
Absorbs.
prune up. But believe me, it after you wash it off, your face,
Mhm.
you have a new face. You have a new
Yes.
face.
And she really liked it as well. It's just we forgot a glass or two of wine and watching something funny on TV.
Well, you and I were talking one day and you had the mask on. And I said, Julie, I think it's only recommended to use that mask for 10 minutes. How long are you planning on keeping that
like
on?
30 minutes.
Yeah. I said, go wash your face. So we couldn't and this is so inexpensive. So I think I spent $4.
Yeah, I think mine was 10. I couldn't find the
Well, maybe
price
mine
that
was
you
$7.
did.
Anyway, I highly recommend this. Now
Mhm.
you have another mask you're using.
Yes, from the same group that you recommended. And I love this. It's a fruit enzyme lift and it is creamy like butter. It's this beautiful color. And I put it on every other day. I'm not consistent, but close to every other day because it just makes my face my skin feels so nice. And I'll just put it on, leave it on for, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes. And it doesn't harden. And then you just, wipe it off. And
I think Denise's
lovely.
story, the Super Soft company, I think is a really fascinating story. And it would just be really fun to have her on as a guest.
I know.
To talk about her line. I'm sold.
I am too.
So let's see if she has an uptick in sales.
The great thing is sharing information because I really want to support.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's a woman-owned business.
A woman-owned business. She has been in business a long time. She cares about her products. She really has a philosophy behind what she does. And I want to be able to put those things on my skin.
Her mother, I think, had
good.
trained her as an herbalist. And then she went off to college and then she started this business. And you can read about her story from our link. Well, and so we'll post a link.
Helping women feel good. And not just women, men too.
Oh, men could use this product. Why not? Okay, so the next episode, we hope to bring on a guest. We're flirting with a whole lot of different ideas. So we really don't know yet who is going to be available to us, number one, and two, what subject we'd like to explore. So we will definitely promote this one. We have done no promotion, but now we're going to, for the 4th episode, we will promote our guest speaker and our feature speaker, and we will let you know. So any other words from this week?
No. It's always great to talk about skincare.
It's fun to talk about skincare. Well, this recurring theme of aging it into yourself and aging naturally and what it's like to age and how you choose the way you want to age. Listen, I'm a woman that has wrinkles. There's no question. I have wrinkles.
So do I. Yeah. So,
and we
both have wrinkles.
We're fair. We have fair skin.
We were from a period of time that we didn't wear sunscreen. It was the Crisco out.
Oh, yes. Baby oil.
And
I grew up many years in California. So
yeah, we're both lovers of the outdoors.
Yes.
And so at a certain point, we realize you have to take care of your skin. You have to hydrate. You have to get rest. You have to put good products on it.
Not drink too much alcohol.
I'm halfway through mine.
Wine's good. Red wine's very good for you.
I have a rosé tonight, so
that's a very summer wine. Very good for you. I'm drinking a blend. I don't know if I should plug the blend, but it's pretty good. It's someone we know who's a movie director.
Oh, okay.
Jerry picked it up for me. That's my husband.
That was nice of him.
Yes, it was. Well, then let us leave you with an affirmation for the week, because we hope to be truth tellers. Julie and I really believe in the truth, and we need a lot more truth these days. And I found this affirmation. I really wish I could remember who said this. I either got it from Oprah or Chopra or maybe even someone else. But every time you tell your truth, it clears the way for others to tell theirs. It's nice to be honest about who you are, what you're feeling, and not be afraid to tell your truth.
And it's hard sometimes.
It is hard sometimes. That's the vulnerable.
I mean, even at this age, it is still hard sometimes.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So until the next episode.